Welcome back to the I Want to Save Money YouTube channel. I am Miss Amelia J, and today I wanted to talk about things I'm grateful for regarding my financial situation. So I have been a little down and out lately. I've missed some goals. I've gone over budget in a few areas. I've fallen behind on bills, and that's led to late fees and interest charges stacking up. So I've just been feeling very overwhelmed when it comes to my overall financial situation. But I find that one of the best things that can help you with managing your money better is your mindset. So if you are letting the doom and gloom overtake you, you're not going to meet your goals. You're not going to get back on track, and your budgeting is going to be whack. Your mindset does have a major impact on how you're making your decisions. So today I wanted to combat that by talking about things that I'm grateful for. So first and foremost, this very apartment. Is it anything particularly glamorous? No. Is it the most ideal apartment that I could possibly have if money was not an issue? No. I would certainly live somewhere else probably if I had the money. But for the amount of money I'm spending, especially if you take into account location and things of that nature, this is not a bad deal at all. I also really like the layout of the apartment itself. There's plenty of storage space. I'm terrible at Tetris, so everything's disorganized anyways, but I love the fact that if I ever tackle decluttering and reorganizing things, I've got plenty of space to work with, which is pretty cool because in a lot of apartments, that's like the number one complaint. There's not enough storage space and it's too cramped. I live in a 750 square foot apartment and it's got plenty of storage space. Not to mention that the area is also pretty good itself, so definitely nothing to complain about there. I am grateful for my car. I wish I picked a different one because I was in a very desperate situation and I was literally out of time and had to make a decision that day. So I kind of wish I'd gone with something a little different, but I'm happy with what I have. It's a 2021 Nissan Rogue Sport. It's a great car. It's been super reliable. Part of me feels like I'd prefer a sedan, which I had before, but I like the fact that I have a little more space. If there are things I want to move, I have a little bit more leeway to be able to move some things on my own without extra help, so that's a nice feature, but at the same time, it's not a massive vehicle that's way too big for what I need. I'm grateful for my two cats, Riley and Zora. I will be honest, as far as my financial situation is concerned, every now and then I kind of wish I didn't have any pets. I have them now, and I believe that if you take a pet, you should do everything in your power to take care of that pet for the rest of its life. I just feel like that's the obligation you're taking on when you choose to take a pet, so I have not at all considered getting rid of them by any means. But sometimes I kind of wish I just wasn't naturally a pet person. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that would make a difference. But it is still nice to come home and have someone to take care of. It's nice to come home and have someone to hang out with. It's nice to watch them run around and play with each other. It's nice to get on my Furbo and say hi to them throughout the day. And it's nice to see them have such a great relationship with each other. Riley was this super timid, terrified of the world cat who just could not handle anything in life. And when Zora came in, she really just completely came out of her shell. She's confident. She'll come up to me on her own. She doesn't run and hide if I make sudden movements like she used to. So it's just been absolutely awesome to see them be a positive influence on each other. I'm grateful for my job. I have the best job I've ever had in my life. I absolutely love it. It's still a job. So of course I could list some things that I would change if I could, or that I don't particularly like, but all things considered, I've had so much worse, especially with employers who just take advantage of you and don't care. I feel like that's not the company I'm working for now, so that's just a really good feeling. Now, as behind as I am on bills right now, I have put quite a bit of effort into trying to improve my credit score. Still not very close to where I want to be, but I have been seeing a steady increase over the past couple of months. So I am grateful that my work is paying off and I'm seeing my credit score go up. It might be slow going, but it is on the rise. I'm also grateful that even though it makes my budget a little bit tight sometimes, I'm able to tackle debt as aggressively as I am. There have been several times I've wanted to kind of turn back and be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't make tackling debt such a priority, but I just don't want these things to be hanging over me. So I'm just really being as aggressive as I can about tackling some of this debt. Here in the next couple of months, I'm going to start tackling some collections accounts. So I might wish I had a little bit more money to play with and go do things with, but at the end of the day, I have enough to cover all of my most basic expenses, and on top of that, I'm able to tackle debt. I feel like that one is something that kind of hurts a little bit more now, but is definitely going to be helpful to my future. I am grateful for my bed. My bed's almost too comfortable. So for the longest time, I downgraded to an air mattress, and I was on an air mattress for years. And honestly, for the most part, I was okay with it. It's just that it's not meant to be everyday use type of a product. So over time, even if it's not worn out, like it will kind of start sagging every time you fill it up with air a little bit faster. Another worry was the cats. As long as I kept a comforter covering the whole thing and then put my other bed toppings over that, it would be fine and it would kind of be protected from claws. Well, the last time I had to throw out an air mattress, I had taken everything off and my cat jumped on it and popped it. In several places. If it was just the one spot, I might have been able to patch it up. But anyways, I was like, you know what? It's finally time to replace my air mattress. I ended up getting a 133 mattress from Walmart. Wasn't quite sure about that one. I think the bed frame I got was like $60. So nothing crazy. And I gotta say, for that amount, like, I sleep so good on that thing. It is amazing. And it was literally one of those mattresses that like came in a box and you opened it and like rolled it out and it kind of came to life. And when I first saw it, I was like, this was a mistake, but I sleep so good on that thing. It's amazing. I'm so happy with it. I am grateful that I have all of the essentials that I need. I have enough food to eat. I have a pretty full pantry and I'm able to keep that pretty well stocked. I very rarely run out of other essentials such as cleaning products, deodorant, shampoos, toothpaste, anything like that. I'm grateful for some of the things in my apartment that have been thrift store finds, that have been good quality items that I didn't have to spend much for. This little stand right here is a perfect example. It's good quality. It looks nice. It cost me like $15. The table across the room from me that holds my TV, it's a really great table, super nice quality. I think I got that for about $12. My dining room table was a gift. I have some shelves in here that were gifts. So there are a few things that I would like to add to the apartment that I think would make it a little bit more livable, but I have all the basics that I need, and a lot of them were either free or super affordable for me to get. I'm grateful that I have made budgeting, and specifically budgeting by paycheck, such a big part of my life. That's made a massive difference in my finances. That's helped me with so much of the stress that I've been dealing with when it comes to thinking about money. Now, it's not my first rodeo budgeting. I've been doing it for years, but I feel like in the past couple of years specifically, I've really fine-tuned my process and put a lot more attention to detail into my budgeting and thinking ahead for things that I need, and that's just made such a difference. So I guess the best way to put it is that I'm extremely grateful for my overall budgeting journey and the fact that it got me this far. And lastly, I'm grateful for this YouTube channel. I would say that this YouTube channel is not quite what I want it to be just yet. I think there's a lot more that I can do to improve my own videos and to improve the reach, build an audience, but I'm very grateful that I have this platform to just sound off on whatever I want to talk about really, but on this channel specifically, anything that's on my mind about my own finances, anything that's on my mind about reacting to financial advice that I find in books, things of that nature. I'm just grateful that I have this YouTube channel to do budget with me videos, do coupon with me videos, do chatty little videos like this about my own financial situation or financial issues or decisions I have to make. So this is just such a great place to have an outlet for all things finance. Any of my financial issues, any of my money struggles, money stresses, I can bring to this YouTube channel and make a video about it. I might not have a large audience, I might not have a lot of people who are listening, but having an outlet for anything that can be a point of stress for you, or is something that's just a major aspect of your life, I think is really important. Certainly doesn't have to be anything like a YouTube channel. I don't think that's the vibe for a lot of people, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I really value having this, and I'm so glad I started this channel. In fact, I kind of wish I'd started it a lot sooner. But if you've been along for the journey, I am grateful lastly for you. So thank you for watching. Thank you if you've ever liked a video, if you've ever subscribed, if you've ever shared a video or left a comment. I really appreciate that engagement, because I want to save money is something that I really want to keep going for a while. So thank you so much for anything you've done to engage with my videos, and I will see you in the next one.